Go ahead, hospital.
Department is calling you guys that, as far as we know right now, we do have an active shooter over in the high group.
Real world or exercise?
Real world, this real world.
Well, now on 5 on 2 questions, many of them finally answered today by Wright Pat officials, what they say about the incident that prompted that what turned out to be false active shooter call, but a very real massive police response back in August. And welcome in to 5 on 2. Insufficient planning, inadequate communication, and mass confusion. Today, Wright Pat officials describing what led to the false active shooter report in August.
2 different training exercises were underway that day. One of them was not announced to the rest of the base, and the commander says confused responders somehow thought an injured jogger was a mass shooting victim.
Students reporter Adam Reif live at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base with our top story at 5.
Colonel Thomas Sherman says it was a painful incident when it happened, and this is a painful report detailing all the failures that allowed it to happen. But the base commander says this was absolutely necessary to understand how something as simple as an injured jogger allowed a major military installation to shut down for hours, armed guards to storm a hospital, and actual shots to be fired.
This is a continual improvement process. It's exactly what's taking place here.
Colonel Thomas Sherman says 3 events converged to create chaos on August 2nd. First, a base-wide active shooter exercise started at roughly noon. Second, and at the same time, a standalone mass casualty exercise was held at the Wright Pat Medical Facility. That exercise was not on the master list of events.
We had role players that were dressed and moulaged to participate in the mass casualty exercise that were then entering at the exact same time that a real-world injured individual was arriving.
And third, a 911 call about a real-world jogger who suffered an injury.
When the situation was presenting itself, the individuals that were in that circumstance with a variety of different stimuli believed at that moment that they were in fact in danger.
A member of the responding security force shot through a locked door as heard on one 911 call.
Hurry, they're shooting.
Roughly 50 responders were outside and heard the shots. The incident commander learns they did not come from an active shooter, but he still cannot stop those 50 from breaking down the door and storming the hospital.
As inputs over the radios continued to unfold in this scenario, these individuals that were there felt that there was still a bona fide threat within that treatment facility and then access to the facility.
A sweep of the hospital is conducted and the all clear is eventually given. You can hear the bugles in the background signaling the end of the day. Colonel Sherman says that the base has already done a lot to address the issues and shortcomings that were exposed back in August. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll talk about some of those measures inside these gates and also outside in the surrounding communities to make things go a little smoother. Live at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Adam Reif, 5 on 2.